Welcome to the Everyday Hustle Show, where we're figuring it out together over time. On the show, we'll be giving you the tools you need to take your career and life to the next level. So get ready for interviews and topics that will give you a competitive edge against the shuffle we call life. Sure, we might get into some heavy topics, but we also like to laugh and have a fun time too. Are you ready for the show? Here's your hosts, Jesse, Andrew, and Christian.
Welcome to another edition of the Everyday Hustle Show. This is episode 44. My name is Christian, and this is...
My name is Christian.
I'm Christian.
This is the Halloween
I'm a brown
special.
American.
And we're sorry for being late on the release here.
Yeah, we're one day late. Well, actually, this is... Are we dropping this tonight?
Oh, we're dropping it tonight,
Okay,
boys.
okay.
I'm
So-
motivated out here.
One day in a few hours, actually, if you want to get
Specific?
specifics.
Why
Yeah,
not?
it'll probably be about 29 to 31 hours late.
Okay. So this is the Halloween special, but before we get into that, Jesse, how you doing tonight?
I'm, it's good. It's another. I usually hate Mondays, but today started off mundtascular.
Wow.
Tastic? Mundtastic?
So not mundane, muntastic.
No, it was mundtastic, and
Wow.
I was nervous going into work today. I had a big review. Shit freaking went well. I'm feeling good. I know eventually I'll get shit at work. But right now, I'm a shining star.
Pillar of excellence? What'd you
Pillar of
say?
human excellence.
Wow.
Just keep chugging along.
All right. And what about you, Drew?
Great. I was working on a podcast today all day, recorded 9 episodes.
God
Everybody
damn.
who's out there who's interested in maybe real estate or real estate investment or anything along those lines, check out the Stamp of Approval podcast, which is produced and recorded by myself. Kristen Stampini is the author of all the content. She's bringing on some really good guests. There was a few people on there today that really, really got me fired up. And I was just trying to jump, I'm just getting used to being behind the computer and not in front of the microphone and just not talking, just kind of sitting there, and I just wanted to jump in and talk a lot of the time. So I'm happy to finally sit behind the microphone, sit down with my brother who just had a super intense, awesome, creative session outside in the middle of the road. There was
Impromptu.
lights, there was soft boxes, there was Sony A7s, there was
Ooh.
drones flying around. I mean, look, we are the light.
Getting it. Yo, Drew's fired up right now. I can feel it.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep this quick. We're going to keep this to the point because we got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. So Christian's got the topic for this episode. Christian, don't beat around the bush. My brother, people are busy out here. Let's go.
People are out here trying to get it. Yo, so the premise, right? My little brother is into, and I'm going to say which one. I have 3 of them. Is into this whole emo rap. I don't know if you guys know Lil Peep, XXXTentacion, however you say it.
Triple X Tentacion.
Triple X. There you go.
Tentacion.
He's into this whole thing, and I guess it's
Why?
a pretty big. It's a pretty big movement with the youth, right?
Yeah, but listen, why?
That is a very good question.
You know what I'm saying?
He and I've seen it, his followers and stuff like that. They it's a very negative space, their social media or whatever. But anyways, so that was a premise. I was looking at this. I've been seeing it for a long time. I've been trying to just comment and every time I talk to him, it's kind of not really much of a discussion. But the topic, and to go along with this whole Halloween holiday, which is one of my favorites, is just thinking how scary it is that there's people out there that actually believe wholeheartedly that no matter what they do, it's doom and gloom. No matter what happens, it's predetermined. They got dealt a shitty hand. There's no, that person over there has parents that are rich, or that person over there knows somebody, has a cousin who got him into this amazing career, all this shit. And there's people out there that are sitting down or driving right now that are literally resentful at the world and resentful at everybody around them. And not saying that that's my brother, but just that kind of sparked the idea. And it's just crazy for me to think of being in a position or a state of mind where where there's no solution, where there's like, victim, playing the victim card, or like blaming other people, or like it's scary to think that there's people out there that are like, there's just no getting to them. You know what I'm saying? That there's people out there that are like absolutely dead set on the fact that they are not, there's no solution for them. There's no hope. So that was my topic. That's kind of like what I was thinking about this the past few weeks. And like I said, with my brother, I'll like chime in because he's got like followers. Like he's got not a big following, but he's got followers that are like same, they'll comment, because he does these little videos that are like
he raps.
He doesn't rap, but he does like these little video edits of like cartoons, like Simpsons, and they're like very like, there's a gloomy like artist playing, and he'll put this like these negative captions, and people will comment like, oh, same, or all this, and it's just like this. You're putting like negative stuff out there, and like I'll go in there and I'll try to just say something, just not even like trying to be like a philosopher or nothing like that, but just say something nice, just to
shut up, Christian.
not to try to get to him, but just to try to put a little bit of like something, just to put it out there.
That probably pisses them off.
It probably
more,
does,
dude.
yeah. But I don't really give a shit.
You probably feed the negative fire. They're like, freaking liberal, freaking Christian.
You got the good hand. So that's what I was thinking, and I don't know what your guys' thoughts on it are. I know we've talked about like the whole how are you happy? How do you keep and maintain the happiness and all that, and just wanted to try to see what you guys thought about that whole space.
Jesse, set it off.
I think people are gonna do what the fuck they're gonna do,
no matter what.
No matter what. But I know that from different situations in my life, and self included, negativity, just fucks you up, man.
Yeah.
Like at work sometimes, if there's somebody who's always got this attitude, then being really negative all the time and negative this, negative that, like it wears you down,
right.
Like I know some situations over the last couple of years at work have gotten to the point where now it's like, work, depending on what's going on, can be bad enough some days, or like hard enough, but to like add negativity to it, right, just makes it like worse. Like, whatever you're unhappy about kind of is what it is, and we can do what we can to like change it or deal with it in our own way. But it really, overall, I don't think it really helps. But then again, like if Christian or Christian's brother or Andrew or anyone in my life wants to be that way, like I can't really say. I mean, maybe you could say something that would like bring him out of that space, but I think people are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and it's it's not so much when I comment to like try to talk to him, because I've reached out to him on like the side, just like call him or whatever, and it's always, like I said, the conversations never get to anywhere really, because I'm not like, yo, like what's going on with this post. It's more like, how are you doing? What's going on? How's school? Yada yada yada.
Fishing for the answers.
Just seeing if he'll say anything, and he usually doesn't. He's, and I'm not gonna get into anything else, but it's just like the whole, I guess, premise and like the whole idea was just the fact that there's people, not him, but just there's people out there that are just like so concerned with everybody else's like shit, whether it's good, most of the time it's good, obviously looking over the fence, but people that are so concerned with everybody's shit and expecting, things to happen. But if you just like not focus on what everyone else is doing and just focus on yourself, it'd be a lot easier.
No, 100%. I feel like that in life, like I can be pretty negative if I like allow myself to be, or like really think about like everybody else and what the world is like,
right?
Like, or what direction the world might be going in, or
right.
If you sit there and watch the news every day and see about all these shootings and people trying to fucking bomb people for
right.
no reason, and fuck politics and all kinds of shit, like it kind of just like wears me down once again.
Yeah.
But I found that like if I just focus on like my responsibilities, my direct responsibilities for work, for my health, for, you know, my relationships, for my friends, family, girlfriend, all that stuff, like, it's easier to, like, stay in a positive space. If I start, like, feeding into everyone else's bullshit, or even listening or watching everyone else's posts and bullshit, like, it kind of just, like, bums me out. That's why, like, I really haven't been doing a whole lot with social media lately, besides, like, following the people that I want to see, you know, posts about. Other than that, like, even Facebook, I feel like it's become like an outlet for people just to bitch about this, and I'll fucking delete you right now if you fucking start talking politics and some other bullshit, because I'm just trying to stay on my path, stay in my motherfucking lane, and do what I got to do me and do it right now. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Drew?
All right, you ready?
Uh-oh.
How old are these cats?
Which one?
Lil Peep?
Any of these people that you're talking about? I don't
Lil
fucking know.
Peep, dude. He's young.
What
dude,
I'm
Peep.
talking, that age is
How old?
ranges
Millennial
from
as fuck,
fucking
dude.
no, not even millennials. There's 30, 40, 50-year-olds
motherfucker.
that not listening to Little Peep. I'm saying people that are like
Okay,
negative.
you said specifically about a member of your family and
He's
their
17.
follower-
Lil
He's
Peep.
17.
Okay,
And the formerly
Okay.
artist formerly
forget
known
the
as
artist.
Triple X
that point,
Tentacion.
that point is moot because you know, those people are fucking insane. You know, but I got to think back to when I was 17.
Right.
Think back to when you were 17. Think back to when you were 17.
I was fucking
right?
dumb as shit. I got these dumb
Right.
tattoos, man.
Okay.
I don't
So
think they're dumb.
when
Very
I was 17, was just starting college. I had no idea about anything. Right? You're saying that people are in the victim mentality, you know, which, you know, I don't know if that may or may not have to do with the age. You know,
Right.
I just know that I like really started to mature as a person in the middle of my 20s.
Right.
Right. So if I take a snippet of my life when I was, 17 years old, and I look at that, I was probably playing the same cards, doing the same shit. Hell, I mean, I got arrested. I blamed it on everyone else.
Right.
You know, I got fucking addicted to drugs. I blamed it on everyone else.
Right.
We all know what that card is. But when you turn that around, change your perspective, and you take a different look at things, that's when your mentality starts to change, and who you surround yourself needs to change as well. But I think that it takes like one of those jarring moments or
Right.
certain life scenarios for you to make that or either make that change or get that perspective shift
Right.
to have the better mentality, to have the non-victim mentality, to have the fucking own it
Right.
mentality, right? And it's not until you have the fucking own it mentality that you're going to be successful in anything that you do.
Right.
That's kind of just the way that I feel. And I'm like kind of like living proof of it. And not only am I living proof of it, and not only is that how I feel, but I'm actually in the middle of it and doing it right now.
Yeah.
So I can relate, I can identify, I can look at my past and compare it to someone else's. And yeah, like Jesse said, nobody can force you to do anything.
Right.
It's just like everything else in our lives. You can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. But if anybody's in that mentality, if they're stuck in it and they want a way out and they're ready to ask for help, they'll probably be able to make the change, whether that's in school stuff, career stuff, just life stuff, family stuff,
Yeah.
relationship stuff, whatever it is. If you're blaming other people, you better hold the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? You better check up from the neck up.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, also, do you think, like, not even like him, because I was kind of, his whole thing was just a premise, but there's definitely people that are like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old that have like, are still with that mentality.
I mean,
that's
look,
kind
if you
of
ask
more,
me, you're a fucking loser.
that's like more what I was
If you want to
getting
portray
at.
your shit like that,
Right,
you're always going to be a fucking loser.
right.
Man up, take responsibility for your shit, and change.
That's what I was,
As
getting
fucked
at.
up as the world can be, I mean, there's always something good to be seen in every situation, circumstance,
Perspective.
just every day. I mean, like, it's all a matter of perspective. Like, you can focus on what you want to focus. It's the same thing with whatever that helped me out here. That one saying where, you have a good, or maybe the conscience. Like you have two wolves. The good conscience, the bad conscience wolf. You choose like which one you're gonna feed.
Right.
and that's the one that's gonna be strong.
Yeah, I just
the old
heard
path
that.
less traveled, the old shadow
whatever
down the
fuck
winding
that is.
trail.
Which honestly,
yeah.
that whole statement right there takes me to a paragraph I would like to read out of the Motivational Manifesto, my friends.
Dude.
Whoa.
So while Drew was talking, which is crazy how that point just came up. While Drew was just talking just now, ladies and gentlemen, I flipped to a random page, and this is the first paragraph that I'm
What's
going
the
to
author
read.
of this book, Jess?
The
Just
author
in case
of
any of
this
the listeners
book
want to look it up, maybe
is-
pick it up on Amazon. It's like $8, and it was a game changer for me. What I had read of it, haven't read the whole thing, but
Brendan Burchard.
Brandon Burkhardt, The Motivation
Oh,
Manifesto.
Brendan.
Hit the reader, hit the listeners with a page number, and read the paragraph.
This is out of page 75.
Ooh.
The half-experienced life. So much of our lives go unnoticed. We miss the sunrises and sunsets. We don't sense how we're feeling for hours and often days at a time. We didn't see the kind stranger help the elderly man cross the street. We miss that appreciative smile on our spouse's face. We didn't sense our coworker's desperation because we were never paused to look at her in the eye or ask her about her day. Locked indoors and hidden behind machines, we missed the entire season. The winter passed and we didn't play in the snow. The spring bloomed and we overlooked the flowers. The summer and the fall passed so quickly we don't even remember the trees changing or feel satisfied with time we spent outside.
Wow.
Each day there are millions of divine wonders, acts of human kindness, and beautiful sights. Yet we are too checked out or busy thinking about yesterday or tomorrow to even sense the magic. We mustn't be so numb or absent-minded to allow ourselves to suffer the fate or misery of those choosing a half-interested, half-engaged life. We mustn't stay oblivious to the key moments and circumstances of our lives. There is more pulse and beauty and meaning to be had. Reality is only here, now, and we must learn to face it, feel it, and form it.
So that has a lot to do with perspective,
Holy
living in the moment,
shit.
right? Okay, so what do they say about if you're looking into the past? How are you feeling or how are you living? Right? Anyone ever heard that? If you're looking in the past,
I know where
you're
going
feeling
with
regret,
this.
right?
Yeah.
You're feeling regret, right? And then if you're
Regret
looking
or nostalgic, depending on what you're thinking about.
exactly. And then if you're in the future, you're feeling
Fear.
what?
Fearful.
Fear and
Fear.
anxiety, right?
Yeah.
So that reading encompasses that, which relates to what you and your maybe family member or their following might be feeling. They could probably benefit from reading books like this, which I didn't start reading until I was freaking 20-something
Yeah.
odd change. So at 17, you told me to read a book, I tell you to go frick yourself, You frickin' fricks.
Yeah, that was a solid
So
passage.
what
right
did
there.
this whole thing have to do with Halloween?
Yo, I was just
Yeah, what the
saying.
fuck,
so
man?
so here was the you guys missed it. I said
We
how
were
I
we weren't
said
being we were paying attention to ourselves and not him.
Yeah.
I said
Jess.
I said how spooky, and that was literally my only correlation
To Halloween and the topic.
That's it.
All right, so let's real quick. I want to recommend a Netflix show to all our listeners who might
okay.
be feeling like getting a little spooky tonight. The Haunting of Hill
Hill
House.
House.
I've seen.
Has anyone seen it?
No,
Have
I've
you seen
seen
it?
2 episodes and then
Two
I fell
episodes?
asleep and stared at the back of my eyelids for a little while. But
It's good, right?
yeah, so far
All right, so
good.
happy Halloween
Helene's-
to everyone. If you're feeling spooky, check that show out, or you can watch my favorite horror movie, which is Halloween,
Oh,
with
okay.
Michael Myers.
I'd
Which
also
Wait, which one?
I like all of them, dude.
dude, they're also fucking dumb. By the way,
How
Dad,
dare you, Jesse?
Dad, happy birthday, Dad.
Yo, shout out to
It is
Dad.
October
Oh, happy
29th right now.
birthday to Jack.
I know I already sent you a card. You already got your freaking gift. I
Wow.
drew a little
Wow.
stick figure deer
Wow.
in the card with freaking
Wow.
deer horns because I know you love it. But I know you're not listening right now. But I love you, Dad. Happy freaking birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Jack.
Jack. Is that his name's John actually?
Happy birthday, John.
Don't call him, dude. Don't freaking call him John. all right?
Happy
His name's Jack.
birthday, Mr. Dua.
Happy freaking birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Dad.
All right, so we'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by D Squared Media. D Squared Media specializes in branding and design, web design and development, and
Wow.
internet marketing, social media search engine optimization, and pay-per-click.
Okay.
Business cards, logo designs, a revamped website, and getting on Google with SEO are a few examples of what D Squared Media can do.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you can check out their portfolio at dsquaredmedia.net or you could take a look at our website, which actually was just completely redone by them, theeverydayhustleshow.com. You could check out current episodes. You could check out a little bit of a bio on each of us. You could check out some past episodes and some people who have been on the show. No matter what your budget is for a project, D Squared Media will be able to get you going in the right direction and help you accomplish your goal. Listen, guys, supporting small businesses is how we grow as entrepreneurs, all right? So reach out to Danny and his team today. All Everyday Hustle Show listeners are going to get 10% off their first invoice with the code EDH. And we're back.
All
right, so that's going to actually conclude this episode. Listen, Danny and his team have been incredible with helping me brand both of our businesses. I know we just rolled the sponsorship clip, but really, guys, if you have a vision or you have something you want to do, reach out to him and his team. Like, just check out, my juice bar that we just opened a few weeks ago. Everything inside of it, all the logo, menus, branding, everything
is fucking nice.
Is him. So if you have a project, if you have a small business, even if it's online, in person, whatever it is, reach out to him and they can help you out. But Christian, I want to say thank you for the topic and coming organized and prepared. Jesse, I want to say thank you for the reading. Happy birthday to John, but don't call him that.
Don't call him that, dude.
And thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you next week. We'll see you tomorrow. Or we'll see you whenever we release the next episode.